Hi everyone. So I just did a video and it wouldn't upload. So we're going to try this again. So part 3, Origins of Soul, and this will be 3.1 I believe. And where we left off was we were discussing the soul, and we had just finished up with the process of the illusion, the fear of the illusion, and it's time that we deal with the contrast, to balance the contrast, and come into the power of love. So, this is the power of love, and this is where we were next. It says, what awakens us from the stupor of the forgetfulness is the power of love. This is why the heart has always been the key to our spiritual growth. Love can awaken us to a new way of seeing the world, allowing us to open up to the miracle of life and perceive its magical unseen realms that lie beyond the physical world. Awakening the heart arouses our spiritual senses and creates a longing to connect with the infinitude of Creator. Love begins the yearning of the soul to connect with something beyond the world of matter. Then as the soul becomes more aware of its own essence, it has the opportunity to become a spiritual guide for others. This is the path of the initiate, who becomes teacher, the sage, and finally the master, in a service to other souls who are still trapped in the dualistic world of form. Thus, in time, the soul may become a spirit, a guide for others who are still struggling in the physical world. And eventually, after it graduates from Earth School, it is capable to transmute a light that grows so strong in it that it may become the teacher or the sage. On the other side, an archivist in the Hall of Records, or a member of the Council of Light or the Council of Elders, helping other souls still trapped in the world of matter to move forward in their evolution. Eventually, the soul reclaims its own angelic nature in the great chain of being. I knew it. Angels, a term that refers to the mystical concept of the descent of spirit into the worlds of form and back up again. Upon its return to its angelic origins, it may then become involved in the creation of entire planets, planetary systems, galaxies, or universes. This is a large view of the course curriculum of the soul. It's exactly what I saw. That we were sons birthed from a great central sun, because cats make cats and dogs make dogs and sons make sons. And I think this is why we were called the sons of God. And I was shown that as we birthed forth from this as a son, our sun is a central sun of our own universe. So this is what I was shown, and it was mind-blowing, and it was so hard to get into put into my mind that I'm literally part of an entire universe. And you all are too, because this is what I saw. As a sun bursting forth from the sun, you are a sun, producing life in an entire universe, and that is part of you. So you are so much bigger than what you have been taught, and as am I, because we are the same, because we carry that same spark of God within us. We have always existed. In the Hindu scriptures, the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna, the great avatar, refers to the soul's immortal nature. In this passage, Krishna addresses his student, Prince Arjuna, as they both stand astride a chariot. On the front line of an enormous battle, arrayed around them on the battlefield are thousands of friends and foes. In this scene, Arjuna's heart has grown faint as he considers having to fight against relatives who have chosen a path of injustice. Seeing his student's hesitation, Lord Krishna says, "Never have I not existed, not you, not these kings, and never in the future shall we cease to exist. Just as the embodied self enters childhood, youth, and old age, so does it enter another body. Nothing of non-being comes to be, nor does being cease to exist. The boundary between these two is seen by men who see reality. The indestructible is the presence that pervades all of this. No one can destroy this unchanging reality. Our bodies are known to an end, but they embody self in its enduring, indestructible, and immeasurable. Therefore, Arjuna, fight the battle," with a big exclamation point. This is where we're talking about in the Bible, have no fear. You don't die, y'all. Why would you be afraid? There's no death. There is no death. And this is what we're trying to comprehend here. This is our greatest fear as humans, is dying. And you don't die. There is no death. You will change from one form into another unless you lock yourself into one you can't get out of. He who thinks himself a killer, he who thinks it killed, both fail to understand. It does not kill, nor is it killed. It is not born, nor does it die. Having been, it will never not be. Unborn, enduring, constant, and primordial. It is not killed when the body is killed. As a man discards worn-out clothes to put on new and different ones, so the embodied self discards its worn-out bodies to take on other new ones. Weapons do not cut it. Fire does not burn it. Waters do not wet it. Wind does not wither it. It is enduring, all-pervasive, fixed, immovable, and timeless. There is a teaching about reincarnation, also known as the transmigration of the soul. As the soul discards one body and puts on another in an endless cycle of experiences designed to help it discover its true nature, through our body may be destroyed, our soul never dies. We are ever enduring, timeless, immortal. Vedic wisdom. Vedic philosophy embraces the idea that the soul existed long before the body came into being, and the death that returns to the realms from whence it came. Upanishads state that the Atman is uncreated and unchanging, residing beyond the physical realms. It is both infinite and finite, eternal yet temporal. For within the soul lies the Saguna Brahma, the creator, the seed of all things, hidden in pure consciousness within everything. Saguna Brahma expressing itself as the Atman, our witness self, the observer. The divine presence that watches everything as the Atman. The spirit within us allows the soul to be free of all human qualities. It has no anger, lust, greed, vanity, fear, or undue attachment. It is the inner master that lies within. The Upanishads say, two birds, inseparable companions, perch upon the same tree. One eats fruit, the other looks on. The first bird is our individual self, feeling all the pleasures and pains of the world. The other is the universal self, silently witnessing it all. This is the Ark of the Covenant. This is why you have the two angels that are standing facing each other. And then inside is the mercy seed. That's you. It's the true Trinity. But you've got the two birds, always, one on each shoulder. So that's the ark, the true ark. The Vedants also recognized the abiding presence of the divine Purusha, the universal cosmic male. They also acknowledged the divine universal cosmic mother, Prakriti. She also has a perishable and imperishable aspect, just like the divine masculine. She is known as the Holy Spirit. The perishable aspect consists of the elements and that comprise the material world. These are the eightfold aspects of nature, air, earth, fire, water, ether, mind, reason, and ego. Together, Prakriti and Purusha, sorry, I cannot pronounce these names, but the male and the female aspects of the Saguna Brahma, the creator, they bring all things into life. So they are both in one, separate but as one. So, the divine Purusha is the indwelling Christ. This is the male aspect. The female is the Holy Spirit. We witness the eternal witness who lives within our souls in this age. The Gautama Buddha was considered the Maha Purusha, or the great Purusha of this time, because the unity with this external presence, just as Isa, Jesus, is considered the Maha Purusha of our age. Francis Vaughan, a psychologist and author of The Shadows of the Sacred, writes, although the aim of self-transcendence is understood in a classical yoga, it is often criticized for being oriented to escape from the world. It can instead provide a view of reality in which the apparent dichotomy between spirit and matter, soul and body, is itself perceived as a play of illusion. The awakened soul recognizes all things as projections of the imperishable Brahma. And I saw this one body, which would be this Brahma thing, that we are part of this one body. So this big, huge cosmic body of this Brahma is the consciousness that connects to nature, which is the Holy Spirit. So you connect from the masculine into the feminine, and through that awareness and those both being inside of you, you become the Christ, the Krishna, the Trinity, the trifold flame, which holds consciousness, and is eternal and indestructible and never dies and can change form over and over and over again. Hebrew wisdom. The Talmud teaches that the soul is a mystical being created by God that protests its descent. It protests its descent to earth. I protested my descent to earth. At the time of physical birth, and then protests again when the body is about to die. Oh, that's funny. I bet that's going to be going on too. After death, it travels back into the higher realms and may be joined with the Creator. Hebrew wisdom views the body as a prison from which the soul escapes at death. In sleep, the soul ascends to heaven during dream time, only to return at dawn renewed. If the soul is not allowed to do this, then the body becomes depleted. This is why people who are deprived of sleep, of theta and delta sleep, they become emotionally unbalanced. We need to dream because we must recharge our souls. As long as we are in this world of form, according to the Kabbalah, the mystery teachings of the Tree of Life, human beings are entrusted with the task of regenerating that which has become flawed in the material world. Our job as human beings is therefore to redeem this world, to enlighten it. And through this, each one of us, that the imbalance of the universe can be corrected. And this is what I saw. I saw that we were coming here to balance the energies of the earth and heal it. The Kabbalah teaches that the purpose of the soul entering this body is to display its powers and its actions in the world. The soul increases the flow of its power to guide the human being through the world, therefore perfecting itself above and below, a training, a higher state of fulfillment in all dimensions. If the soul is not fulfilled both above and below, it is not complete. Before descending into the physical world, the soul emanated from the great mystery at the highest level. While in this world, it is completed and fulfilled by the lower world. Departing this world, it is filled with fullness of all the worlds, and the world above and the world below. Native American elders tell us that the only great soul behind all is one. It means that we are all members of the same great soul. That's what I saw. One body, many spirits. This includes plants, trees, rocks, stars. All are brothers and sisters of us. The Lakota phrase, which I'm not going to even attempt to pronounce, means all my relations, which means our connection to all of nature and all of the sky and all of the earth and all of as above and so below. Thus, when we consider that we are part of this great one being, this oneness, we should treat everyone with kindness. This is why Jesus admonished us to love our neighbors as we love ourselves, since each and every being is a part of who we are. Through us, the Creator is engaged in the unceasing dance of experience. Through us, God suffers and loves and learns and feels and knows the celebration and the victory and the pain and the defeat. Never far, ever present, God knows the frailty and the uncertainty of morality, at the same time existing as an eternal and perishable being. So through our dance, the Great Spirit is constantly forgetting and remembering its own essence. I was shown that we are the hands of God, and God is experiencing through us, through our hands, through our eyes and our hearts. Literally, it's the only way it could be done, from what I understood, is for the Creator to understand itself. It had to break apart from itself so it could view its own creation. So this is what the Native Americans apparently are believing as well. So while simultaneously observing the cosmic dance upon every realm. So through the dance, the Great Spirit is constantly forgetting and remembering its own essence, while simultaneously observing the great cosmic dance. That's your universal connection and your individual aspect merging as one. And that's amazing. Okay, I'm going to let this one try to upload, and we will start on Chapter 2, The Mystery of the Hidden Wisdoms. So, the soul of man is like to water. From heaven it cometh, to heaven it riseth, and then returning to earth, forever alternating. Joanne Wolfgang von Goethe. She wrote that. And this is where we will pick up Chapter 2. So I will see you soon. Much love to you all. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.